Okay, it seems like we are live. What's going on, Peaches? It's ya boy, Peach One, reporting in for duty. I am much larger on the screen, as you can see. Hopefully the color balance is working nicely this time. I'm not too blown out. I'm actually a little flesh colored. Let me know if how everything looks. I can adjust. This is kind of what we're doing today as well, playing the game, but also adjusting to make sure everything works well in the Streamlabs. So if you guys have, if I look weird or anything looks pixelated or anything like that, let me know. We'll see if we can fix anything. But we already have a few people here. Thank you guys for being here to join me on this journey. Oh! I finished the Ahsoka book yesterday, because my internet was out for like a couple hours, so I finished reading that. That was really good. The volume of the voices in the game was a little low yesterday. Alright. Let's see if I can... Oh, I can adjust that a little bit, I believe. I think. Let's see if I can adjust that. Hold on one second. I will adjust that. Properties. That's not it. Cancel. Adjust. Oh, that's it. I don't know if that's any better. Alright, let us continue on with the story, shall we? When last we left, we just blew up that thing. We blew up that space station, and we had that really cool trench run, kind of, and then flying through the heart of that satellite spy station, I guess. So let us continue on here with Wedge's help, hopefully, taking on whatever the heck this New Republic project is, because we don't know what it is right now. We don't know what the Rebel project is. All we know is we're stealing Star Destroyers, and one of our pilots is very suspicious about what's going on. Alright.
All I'm saying is, instead of blowing up that listing post, we should have commandeered it. Imagine the kind of fun we could have had messing with the Imperials. Or the credits we could make.
Maybe this guy should be a spy
I'm gonna pretend I didn't just hear that.
instead of a pilot.
You telling me the New Republic couldn't use more intel? And you know war ain't cheap.
Yeah, this guy's more interested in secrets than flying.
I guess once you steal a Star Destroyer, everything Imperial starts to look tempting.
Hey, Ashley.
You know, we used to be rebels. We turned into a legit republic, and suddenly we all gotta stay on the straight and narrow.
The commander's lining up a trap for Teresa Carroll. That's not enough of a con for you?
In the old days, I'd trick her for everything but a pair of boots to stand in. But I guess this'll do.
Well, when he's right, he's right.
Seriously, dude,
Now, how about we get some actual...
go join a spy agency, man. I know the New Republic has spies. Go join intelligence if you want secrets. The voices are still pretty low. See if I can boost that a little bit here. Hold on one second. Properties. There's got to be a little button here to turn the side. Obviously did it before. What is it? What is it? Hold on one second, everybody. Nope, that's not it. Oh. Okay, well, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on how to make this thing a little louder. I'm sorry. up all the way. Sorry about that. All right, we're gonna move on to the briefing.
First, congratulations. Because you captured the Star Destroyer Victorum, our Starhawk prototype has been completed ahead of schedule. But the Empire does not know that.
What is it?
They believe it's still under construction. Teresa Carroll will keep hunting Project Starhawk until it's destroyed. And we've been assigned to stop her. So, using that decoy message I sent, we're going to set up an ambush.
Ooh.
The false intel stated that you're protecting a shipment of magnite crystals, essential to completing the Starhawk. With this bait, we'll draw Teresa and the Overseer deep into the Xavian Abyss, a highly volatile area of space. Here is where we set our trap. Don't worry about the convoy. It's empty and droid piloted. However, that does mean you'll need to clear any obstructions from its path. Vanguard,
all right.
I want you to defend that convoy with everything you've got. We need to make this look good. Your destination is this bottleneck. There, the Starhawk will be waiting to disable the Overseer, and hopefully capture Teresa.
Oh, we get to see this thing finally. All right, all right.
But nothing is simple in the Xavian Abyss. Brace yourselves.
Can we do the Xavian Abyss in 12 parsecs? Maybe?
If Lyndon's right, this plan could knock Teresa Carroll off our tail. Sooner the better, if you ask me. Lyndon's convinced himself that he's put us in danger.
That's kind of right.
You can't make him focus on the bigger picture while Teresa's still in it. The commander's a smart man, but everyone has someone who can push their buttons. Wonder if we can push hers too.
I would
We'll give
assume
Teresa
yes.
a harmless convoy to follow. Play this out and see just how far we can lead her. It's all about playing the long game. When the Empire occupied Mon Cala, I learned how to string Imperials along. If you seem harmless,
Right?
I'll underestimate you.
That's a very good point. Maybe there's like a zipper on the back? Because, yeah, that dude does a lot of grip strength exercises. That dude is, it's all forearm days every day for this guy.
It wasn't easy, but I learned to stay patient and wait for opportunities. Remember, the Xavian Abyss is no place for the faint-hearted. And Teresa knows a few tricks of her own. Keep your eyes and ears open, all right?
Do you think he can rip an apple in half just with his bare hands? Maybe a phone book?
Starhawk's crew.
More than ready. I selected the crew personally.
There's
based on their
back.
expertise and experience. They've been training for months.
That's good. I appreciate your support on this, General.
It's a good plan, Lyndon. Just be careful. I know you have a past with the Overseer's captain. Don't let it cloud your judgment.
One moment, General. Sorry, I can't talk right now.
But I can't let you overhear this conversation. Okay. Alright. Here we go. I'm sure someone wants to talk to me before I get in. Yep, of course. Let me guess. Frisk really wants to know more secrets about the Starhawk and complains again about everything.
So, the boss wants to pull the old bait and switch on Teresa. I must be rubbing off on him.
Easy, buddy. What you do in your spare time is not any of my
The key
business.
to a good con is selling it. And going into the Xavian Abyss, well, either you're too naive to know better, or you think it's worth the risk. Like, say, stopping a Starhawk from being finished. Teresa Carroll's risking the Abyss just for the chance to destroy some magnite crystals. Ain't she in for a surprise? I'm kind of excited to see our Starhawk tackle Teresa's flagship. All those engineers work their tails off to get it finished. That's one good thing about this new republic. We're finally punching at the same weight as the Empire.
Are we?
One way or another.
It's only been a couple years.
This is gonna be a show.
Do you even know what the Starhawk does? Because I sure don't. Is it a giant ion cannon or something?
I've heard tales of the Xavian Abyss. They say it's swallowed entire fleets without a trace. Sending our brand new Starhawk in there is quite the gamble. Commander Javes must have complete faith in its builders. And in us, of course.
Of course,
We'll be the
of
ones
course.
making this ruse work, after all. I took the liberty
That's a
of
very good point,
studying
Ashley.
Starhawk's
Butter
blueprints.
does, unfortunately, make everything a little better.
Ship. It's a defense against Imperial fleets.
Oh, okay.
Every spare inch is packed with lasers and munitions. But what really caught my eye was the tractor beam. If I understood the blueprints, the Starhawk's tractor beam is 10 times more powerful than that of a Star Destroyer. It's incredible. The Magnite crystals they use in the Starhawk's tractor beam are quite
Okay.
rare. I think they salvaged a few from the Star Destroyer we captured.
Huh.
My family spent an exorbitant amount of credits sourcing Magnite crystals. It's so gratifying to see them go to a good cause. Let's put our new Starhawk through its paces, shall we?
Interesting. So it's kind of like the Republic and the New Republic's version of like an oh boy, here comes dyslexia. Iniductor? The ship, the Star Destroyer that creates a giant gravitational field that fools the nav systems into thinking it's a planet that pulls the ships out of hyperspace. Interdictor. Thank you, Scarlet. Interdictor. Oh boy. Interdictor. Yep, interdictor. Alright, what was like Mirage over here? Speaking of which, by the way, the pilot we just talked to, her storyline's a little very similar to,
Choice of fighters for this mission.
oh, I can
And that's
choose!
Y-wing or A-wing. They've all got pros and cons.
I mean,
Check the
are we
schematics,
bombing
let me
stuff?
know what'll
I think it'd probably just shoot stuff, to be honest. Very similar to Lifeline's storyline in Apex Legends, where her parents are gun runners and people who make military weapons and stuff, and they're rich off of it. So. Oh yeah. I mean, my first Star Wars game was X-Wing, and then TIE Fighter, and then X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Man, I never beat X-Wing. That game had so many missions, so many levels. I never got past like halfway through the game, I think.
The dangers of the Xavian Abyss. Yeah. Look at that lightning.
We got word that Teresa Carroll has taken the bait. Her flagship overseer is closing in. Good luck, Vanguard. Protect that convoy. And see you on the other side.
You can feel it, right? Chaos on every side. We don't belong here.
I'd hate to see what does.
Maybe it's a giant tentacle monster like from Solo.
What happens once the Starhawk disables the Overseer? The same as the Victorum, I expect. Board it, lock its systems, and take the crew prisoner.
I don't know, Grace. I can't imagine Teresa Carroll coming along quietly.
This reminds me a little bit of the wormhole from DS9.
These clouds. Who knows what's out there?
We know what's out there. A Star Destroyer with a captain who wants us dead.
Real helpful. Thanks, Gunny. The convoy's droid autopilot ain't smart enough to steer through these asteroids.
Then let's blast them a path.
Yeah! Everyone loves shooting asteroids. Here we go! Woot!
Wait, look. A Star Destroyer. Or what's left of one.
I'd say it's been here a long while.
You'd think this would discourage Teresa Carroll.
Never. Never.
To someone like her, that wreckage ain't a warning.
Challenge.
It's one more insult.
Of course, they're gonna show up in the guise of people I already know and tell me riddles. Yeah, it's not, those wormhole prophets are always fun to talk to. Ah, Rob, what's going on? I guess just slowly flying through the wreckage here.
Look lively, Vanguard. Imperial ships are on radar.
one I wasn't even shooting at.
I caught those ties scanning the convoy. Do you think they know there's no magnite? Still in the fight.
Oh, gotta move a little bit here. Thank you for flying in straight lines!
Enemy is destroyed.
Hang on. Get wrecked! Oh, one more? One more right for me? Alright. Like target-rich environment.
We got ties closing on the convoy. No need to thank me. Bombers are toast. Now hit the fighters.
Story mode should just be like you're a Jedi pilot. Let's be honest. The way the game is helping a little bit, not that I mind at all, but the way the game's helping is it's like, woo, woo. Plot armor engaged. Diverting all power to plot armor.
Signal's breaking up. Let's push on.
The ambush point is this way. Ready? Let's go.
Yeah, let's talk about that. What do we think tomorrow's episode's gonna be? Cause like, what can they possibly do right now? I mean, I think it's gonna be good, but I feel like after what we just went through, there's gonna be a little bit of a nice little side adventure. Nothing crazy as we make steps towards Tython, but like, I don't think another name's gonna drop. I don't think another character from Rebels or somebody we know from the movies is gonna show up out of nowhere.
The Overseer. Finally.
Yeah.
We've drawn it in.
Nobody panic. This is the plan. Defend the convoy and keep luring the Overseer to the ambush point. How could you challenge an Imperial Star Destroyer?
If we don't destroy the asteroids, the Overseer will catch the convoy.
Gotcha. All right, that's what we gotta do.
Teresa decided to handle this convoy herself.
We're running out power to the lasers.
Looks like the convoy's blocked again.
You were saying? Yeah, Typhon is, yeah.
Sweat on my neck.
Yes, we have 3 episodes left of Mando this season.
I'm very focused.
And yes, Tython was the starter world for the Jedi characters in the MMO. The Old Republic.
Trapped with nowhere to go. Launch fighters.
More Imperial fighters. Check behind. Focus on the bombers.
I'm with you.
That's how it's done.
No, I'm not asking for much for Mando. Like, it has earned my viewership and my admiration and love. I'm just trying to wonder what's gonna happen. They don't need to do anything right now. They just continue doing what you're doing. I'm just wondering what it possibly could be.
Get the last of the fighters. Under heavy fire. The Overseer's right in turbo laser range. Try to focus on the ties. The Starhawk will handle the Overseer. If we can make it to the bottleneck in time. We will. We just have to push forward. Go get him.
Two for one.
I need more time. Distract Teresa while we charge the tractor beam. And stay alive.
Taking out her fighters one by one should be very distracting. Captain Carroll to Vanguard Squadron. This is a futile gesture. You have nowhere to go, and I have no interest in prisoners.
Hang on.
They have a lock. Under heavy fire.
Tractor beam is charging. 34%.
Stay strong. We fly for the New Republic.
Oh, good. Thank you for the reminder, because I completely forgot what side we were on.
Enemies locked on.
What's wrong, Teresa? Can hit something that ain't a helpless convoy? Tractor beam's at 61%.
Lost my shields.
Come on over the edge, baby. Oh!
Tractor beam at 87%. Ready to trap.
I gotcha.
Fire tractor beam on my mark. We're ready. Vanguard, withdraw through the bottleneck to a safe position.
Time to go.
You brought this on yourself, Teresa. Now.
Alright, let's see what this son bitch does.
The scans work, Titan. That convoy's navicomputer had the sector and system we've been looking for.
We've got them right where we want them.
Maybe it'll rip the ship apart?
Titan, return to the Overseer for immediate hyperspace jump.
We can't jump that fast.
Oh, did we just switch sides over to Titan? Alright. What to say, you can't just fly into the storm like that. Or maybe you can. Okay. Cool. Still not seeing the tactical advantage of a giant fuck you tractor beam, though.
Around like a low threat.
Good. Love the Imperial's dessert payback with interest.
Shall we just build a Death Star and get it over with?
Come on, Grace.
She's not necessarily wrong.
Anyhow, we won, right? Wherever they jumped, no ship's coming back from that.
Let's hope so.
Okay, cool. Giant FU tractor beam. Okay, yeah, let's talk about... Yeah, real quick before this. So let's talk about Mando and the possible of Grogu putting out the call and wanting to be trained in some respect. It's not going to be Luke, guys.
Alpha Red.
It can't be Luke.
Grid L42.
Scramble fire crews.
It's possible.
To the nearest Imperial station.
Hold on. Let's watch this cutscene real quick.
There's an early munitions depot in the system, Captain. run by a Colonel Grom. Must be our lucky day.
Make the call.
This isn't over, thank God.
So, you jumped to my territory.
Grom.
They demand my supplies.
Colonel Graham. The
Grom.
Star Wars project is within our grasp. All I need is repairs and proper munitions.
No. The Emperor assigned me to this depot. I decide how its resources are used. As of this moment, that includes your Star Destroyer. Consider yourself reassigned.
The Overseer was sent on this mission by Admiral Sloan herself.
Admiral Sloan isn't here, Captain. I have rebel guerrillas to deal with. And now, so do you.
Grom out. Grom.
He wants us to fight rebels. All right. We'll protect his depot. And if his munitions get lost in the crossfire, well, lucky for us.
Man,
Oops.
regulations specifically forbid this.
I will not be beaten by Vanguard, grandstanding imbeciles, or anyone else.
Please, don't judge that.
It's just fine. Call in Titan Squadron. Now.
Yo, this is so much more interesting than the First Order. Let's be honest. A bunch of Moffs and generals and admirals fighting each other for power is way more cool than whatever the First Order was. Okay, so yes, let's go to the chat real quick. Okay, so it's Jedi that could possibly be summoned, hear Grogu's call. It's not gonna be Luke. Just cause it can't be Luke. If it is, everyone will collectively lose their minds. But like, I feel like there's no way they could keep that secret. I mean, if they do, it's amazing. But it's probably not going to be Luke. It's way too big from someone in the original cast or one of the characters from the original movies being in the show. As of right now, at least. We know it won't be Ahsoka. Obviously, she's got other things going on. Could it be Ezra? Possibly. Very possibly it could be Ezra. If we even get to the moment of someone hearing that call. That could be next season. Maybe. Force Ghosts. People have been talking about Force Ghosts. Could be Obi-Wan. Could be Yoda. Could be Mace. People keep bringing up Mace Windu. I don't know why. You're right, Grogu was a secret. That's a good point. So it could be Force Ghosts that reach out to him on Tython. It could be somebody, it could be like Bastila. Wouldn't that be amazing? Because, like, it'd be a huge moment for all of us who played the games, but, like, at the same time, people who didn't play the games, it's like, oh, a really old Jedi from the old Republic. Oh, that's cool. Like, good idea in and of itself, but not necessarily, like, mind-blowing to them. But meanwhile, we're all falling out of our chairs because, like, oh my god, it's Bastila Shan? Oh my god! Ah! So it could be that. I mean, Ellie, what's going on? Maybe Leia? Maybe Leia, hears it? Possibly, but I don't think Leia would train Grogu. I don't know. And this is the cool thing, and please forgive me if I repeat this tomorrow when we record, because I've been thinking about this all week. And I'm probably going to repeat some of this in the video tomorrow. So you guys are hearing it first because you guys are cool and you're here on the stream. When Ahsoka said, "Where's Grand Admiral Thrawn?" that really felt like the end of Iron Man 1. Like, the movie's over, the credits are gone, and it's that mid-credits scene. I was like, hey, who's in my house? Hi, I'm Nick Fury. I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative. That's what it felt like. Because having Ahsoka be in Episode 5 was amazing. She was named after a couple episodes earlier. And I was like, cool. The character from the Clone Wars and Rebels that everyone fell in love with and who's earned our respect and love. She shows up. This is amazing. Star Wars is back. This is great. The characters we know and love are still around. But the fact that she went ahead and said, where is Grand Admiral Thrawn? Exactly, Roderick. It was, the door is now kicked. Jedi force pushed. like old school, like the angry one, like the whole from like Force Unleashed, when he curls into a ball, there's like "Pow!" The door is blown off the goddamn hinges because it's no longer just Mando and Grogu doing their thing, wolf and cub style, just on their own little side adventure. It is, oh no, this world is still going on. There are so many things afoot right now, and you have no idea. And we just started. You thought like Ahsoka was a cool little side character for a second. Oh yeah, Ahsoka's still alive. She's still doing some stuff. Yeah, she is. But like, there is so much more afoot. You have no idea. And the only way we're gonna be able to stop what's coming is if the Avengers roll in and save everybody. So, exactly. Anything's possible now. It feels like this past week has been amazing because it really feels like we've all just gotten out of seeing Iron Man. And the only thing we can talk about is, oh my god, they just name dropped the Avengers. Are we building to the Avengers? You gotta be shitting me. There's no way. We're doing the Avengers? Oh my god. Exactly. Oni, exactly. Like, Bo-Katan. Cool. She was cool. Great. I didn't remember her from Clone Wars. When I read the comments, like, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yes, she was the right. Okay. But so she was cool for people who remembered her, for people like me who did remember, but like was kind of like she looked kind of familiar. Oh, that's Katie Sackhoff. That's cool. But like now that it's like, by the way, Bo-Katan, you remember her, right? She name drops Ahsoka. Ahsoka, everyone knows Ahsoka, or at least you should. Oh my god, she's amazing. She's alive. Although we all knew it, but like other people, like she's still around. Awesome. Grand Admiral Thrawn is around and a threat, and it's probably who Gideon, is working for. There are Dark Troopers. The original planet from the Old Republic MMO gets name dropped. Like, holy shit! Anything is now possible. Anything is possible. Let me go back to the comments real quick. I think Yoda says. I mean, Roderick, you're right. Yoda does say that. But, let's say, I mean, technically you're right. Yeah, Ezra, technically not a Jedi. I haven't finished Rebels yet. I'm in Season 3, like midway through Season 3. Luke would be, Ahsoka's not a Jedi. We don't know Cal, we don't know where Cal is or Cersei. We don't know where they are because there's going to be more games, so their fate is up in the air. And that's why I didn't mention them in the beginning of last week's video, because, like, there will be a sequel. We don't know what his ultimate fate is yet, so I didn't want to include him in the list. But we don't know where he is. Technically, he was still a Padawan, so, like, these people have not been conferred the rank of Jedi Knight yet. Luke has gotten the Jedi Knight title from Yoda because he's like, if you take out Vader, you'll be a Jedi Knight. So, like, the only true actual name is, I guess, Luke, who's a Jedi. So, yeah. I don't know. And that's the fun thing, right? We have no idea what's coming next, and it could be anything, and it's almost like Filoni has earned our respect and love that whatever it is, if we guess it right, fantastic. If we don't, also fantastic. He's put us into a mystery box that any answer he gives us is going to be awesome. And that's amazing. Okay, so I need to hurry up and see the rest of Rebels. I got a season and a half left. Alright, let's keep going. Here we go. But this is cool. I'm glad we're talking about this. This is a lot of fun. Alright, Soul.
Well, that could have gone better. I never expected that cobbled-together battleship to be more dangerous than the Xavian Abyss. Those dockyard coordinates almost cost us the Overseer. Look at this place. The deck below is even worse. And did you hear? We're not being given the munitions we need to strike back. No wonder Captain Carroll's furious. We'll get through this. Think of Battle Group Echelon after the skirmish at Maracy. Supply lines cut, their admiral's flagship captured.
That's right, yeah.
But they rallied.
They did,
They fended off the enemy, made repairs in hostile territory, and launched a daring rescue.
Then they won, right?
And when they were ready, they returned to crush the rebels under heel. There's always a way to win.
I'm glad you brought that story up.
Captain Sundust.
Yes,
Let's not test her patience.
I remember all of the details of that heroic battle. Okay. Moving on. Looks like I get to fly a TIE Intercept next. Okay. Right, Rob? Going in, we are grasping at straws right now. We have no idea what's coming next. None. And it is fantastic. Like, I have really not felt this excited since we were kind of, building to the Avengers. Like, it really is like, what's coming next? We don't know. Who else? Well, what other names are going to be dropped? What other little location that if you know Star Wars, you are aware of it, could be coming up next. Like, this is what fan service is supposed to be, and it's just, this is the best. This is the best.
Local rebel forces are preparing to attack Colonel Graum's munitions depot. You'll patrol the area in preparation for the attack, and keep the depots safe. Graum is a fool, but his assets belong to the Empire. Therefore, they belong to us. During your patrol, Titan III will secretly search the station, its freighters, and cargo shuttles for Baradium.
Oh!
This explosive material will be a valuable tool against the Starhawk. Tag the Baradium, and LT-514 will retrieve it remotely. While Graum is kept busy by the rebel attack, escort the Baradium to the Overseer for safekeeping. According to the Colonel, these 3 towers hold large munition stockpiles and will be the rebels' priority targets. It's a powder keg. If we lose the towers, we lose the depot, and the Overseer will be defenseless. Remember, as long as repairs are still underway, we can't afford to engage the Republic. Secure the Baradium, halt the rebel assault, and then we can leave the Remetic system. You're on your own, Titan Squadron. Let's do this right.
So the B-Wing and TIE Defender are coming later this month. That's really cool. I did not know that. I'm not keeping up with this game as much, but that's really cool. I did not know B-Wings and Defenders were coming in. I remember them from the original games, and hell, when they brought the episode of Rebels, where the guy's like, "Oh yeah, here's the design for the B-Wing." Because I thought that when they were going to go fly that guy, he was like, "I got a design for a new ship." I thought it was going to be the X-Wing. He's like, "No, here's a B-Wing." I'm like, "A B-Wing? Whoa! Cool!" So, yeah, B-Wings. Pretty cool. I remember flying the B-Wing. I remember the B-Wing game, the original B-Wing game, back in the day. B-Wings, man. I didn't remember, though, that the B-Wings have that, slight Star Destroyer, not Star Destroyer, what am I saying? Death Star X type of laser beam. Pew! Thing. I thought that was new. But we'll see.
I owe you and the rest of Titan Squadron an apology. When the Overseer was attacked, I realized that everything I know about war is what I've read. I'm beginning to understand how it must feel in that cockpit under fire. Terrifying. Yet you and the others risk it every day. I took this assignment to learn. Clearly, I still have a long way to go. I know Colonel Graum is in the wrong, and yet seizing his munitions feels drastic. But Captain Carroll is entirely correct that Admiral Sloane's orders supersede Graum's, and we are committed. To work. There's much to do.
So here's the thing, Roger. We're going to disagree a little bit here. I really hope that what we're building towards is something different than the sequel trilogy, because I didn't like him, and mostly because the main issue with the sequel trilogy for me was that all of our heroes failed. So like it doesn't matter, like if that's the issue with, that's my core fear of right now, is that if this ties back into the sequel trilogy, as awesome as all this stuff is in Mando, and whatever they're building into these other shows, that we know that ultimately, whatever victories they have won't matter in a few years because the New Republic gets destroyed, the Jedi Temple gets destroyed, Luke becomes a failure and runs away. We don't know what happens to Ahsoka, and then the sequel trilogy happens. And that didn't feel great watching it the first time, and I'd hate to have all of this awesome, cool, new love and excitement for Star Wars kind of be tampered down by but we already know what happens next in the story. And it's the sequel trilogy where all of our heroes from the original movies and I guess the Mando series and stuff like that are going to be ultimately undone in a couple years by the First Order.
Why is it that small-minded officers are always the quickest to flaunt what little power they have? Graum can lord over this pathetic corner of the galaxy all he likes, but I will not allow him to jeopardize our mission. This depot has everything we need to annihilate the Starhawk. Graum may be an obstacle, but he's not our enemy. We will do our duty to protect Imperial assets. Go. Prepare your ship.
I mean, Roderick, you're right. I hope he doesn't build towards the sequel trilogy. But even with more context of how things got to where they were in the sequel trilogy, I'm not sure that would be satisfied. I don't think I'd be satisfied with like more context for how things turned out that way. Just because, for me, I don't care how it turned out that way. I just don't want them to turn out that way. So, personally, for me, I hope that the sequel trilogy, that I'm glad you like them. Nothing against you for liking them. I hope, they stay there and they can just kind of, they're there. But now this is like a new, because Ezra could be in like the world between worlds and like, hey, great, the sequel trilogies happened in this other dimension of the Force. And over here where we are now, this is where it's hard going, it's hard sledding. There's always some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill, but our good guys, scrape by, and, lose a couple people, and unfortunately, but, like, ultimately, like, the good guys do win, and, like, there are trials and tribulations, but, like, they are successful in making a better place for most people in the galaxy. You know what, Rob? I think you might be right. I think that's a really good way of putting it. Hey, the movies are their own thing, the TV show, like the Netflix did. You know what? These Marvel shows on Netflix are, they're tied to the MCU, but like, they're kind of their own thing. Or like the CW shows. CW shows are clearly in their own Arrowverse, while the DC movies are clearly in their own universe. I think that might be a good distinction. And that might be easier for people to swallow, of like, movies are their own thing, TV shows their own thing. They keep them separate, they're not the same. That might be easy for people to swallow and kind of like be on board with.
This routine is familiar. We've suffered. We're damaged. Broken, even. But it's not the end. Never is. Next steps are simple. We heal up, find Vanguard, then take revenge. The first crash was hardest. Had to relearn breathing, walking. Saw my cockpit in nightmares. Wasn't personal. The rebels shot me down. My wingmate returned fire. But pain is personal. My team deserved my best. The Empire demanded it. So, step by step, I conquered pain. I rose. I flew. Nadiri's ahead. Until then, surviving is revenge.
Yikes.
Let's fix this.
Looks like we got a little fight going on back here.
It never fails. Bureaucratic bastards like Colonel Graham are always in the way. My brothers died on a rebel raid with the 181st that never should have happened. I blame the Imperial Senator, who pushed for that doomed mission just as much as I blame the rebels who fired the torpedoes.
Oh.
Pick any military disaster, and you'll always find some bantha-brained bureaucrat was behind it. Captain Carroll is making the right call with this mission. Let's go.
Okay. She wants to live in a military dictatorship. That is for sure. Alright.
Captain Carroll has assigned you a TIE interceptor.
Yeah, she has.
This machine is built to cut down enemy fighters. And that's what you do best.
It is. Let's just go. Let's make with the pew pews.
Overseer, Titan is outbound.
Colonel Grau, I've ordered Titan Squadron to
Adjust some knobs here. Adjust some
preparation of
knobs.
the enemy attack.
Good. My munitions depot is as valuable as it is volatile. I expect you to defend it with your lives. Titan Squadron, split up and patrol the depot. Find the Baradium before any rebels arrive. Copy, Grade. Titan 3, follow me.
It does. It does look like the shield portal from Rogue One. Yeah. Which was the best space battle in all of Star Wars so far, at least on film.
You speak from experience, Shen, which I know you do.
Many of our outposts survived. Could be more resources out there. Research, weapons, medical.
Yeah, isn't Tenet coming to VOD sometime this month?
Sign of the rebels yet. Grawl has several ships in the area. Target and scan them to locate the Baradium. Titan 3, split up and find it. Scanning freighter. Titan 3, do the same. No Baradium. Any luck? That freighter doesn't have Baradium, but I'm detecting concussion
I'm
That's it. The radio. I'm tracing its signature across the depot now.
Titan Squadron, regroup.
Well, the good news is it only took me about a minute and a half to figure out what I needed to do instead of following that guy around in circles for
Forming up on your position.
20 minutes complaining about what I didn't know what to do.
Excellent. We'll secure the Baradium during the enemy raid.
Ready for them.
Titan, we have rebel forces emerging from hyperspace.
Alright.
Right on time.
Rebel bombers are targeting the control towers. Kill those bombers, Titan.
Remember, if they destroy the towers, we lose the depot.
Then the Overseer will be overrun. Or worse.
You did your job.
They're going for Tower 1.
That's the way.
Look! More enemy fighters.
Joining your position. Takes care of that.
I owe you nothing.
Enemy behind you. Stay sharp. I'm with you.
The enemy has targeted Tower 2.
One less rebel.
Hang on.
Now you're clear.
Thank you.
Here I am.
Boom, baby. There we go.
You have a tail.
I thought he was dead. There we go.
Setting an example.
No more bombers detected. That was close. Rebel fighters coming out of hyperspace.
Of course. It's all good, Roderick. We appreciate you being here, dude. Thanks for talking some Star Wars with us.
Focus fire on the rebel corvette.
And kill its bomber escort.
Turret's gone. Keep fighting.
Titan, rebel ships are targeting Tower 2.
Just shooting the engines until it blows up. Boom!
Rebels are on the run. They'll be back with friends. Let them. We'll send them fleeing again.
Titan Squadron, LT-514 will remote pilot the cargo ships to the Overseer. Titan, it's time. Escort the cargo shuttles to the Overseer.
Well, here's the thing with why, now that I'm checking with the chat here, that why the MCU seems to be, everyone's chill with whatever, is because
Take care of one shuttle group.
Marvel's done a fantastic job of, respecting everybody. Comic lovers, movie lovers, like, they've done a really good job of, like, yeah, everything's good.
They're after you.
Nice targeting.
Which helps the fan base kind of be like, chill with each other.
I'm in formation.
Cargo shuttles are en route but vulnerable. Move to assist.
I'm on your wing.
Solid hit.
Let's cover a shuttle. Good shot. I'm on your wing.
Shuttle leads us.
So far, so good.
The Baradium is ours, and Growl is none the wiser.
Suck it, Growl.
Baradium shuttle is exposed. We have everything we need to annihilate the rebel base, their Starhawk, and Lyndon James.
Hooray! We did it!
Enemies incoming.
I guess not. Not quite yet.
They've sent in a frigate. Destroy it immediately.
Alright.
Shen, take point with ion bombs. We'll follow your lead. I'll bring down their shields. Titan 3, you'll focus on the turrets after the frigate's shields go down.
Ship systems. Here we go.
came for. Cut communications with this imbecile.
You'll regret this, Captain. I promise you that.
I'm assuming we're supposed to go back to the ship here. Cool. That, you're right, Rob. That is one of the things that Star Wars has yet to implement. In that Star Wars movies are still, movies that's supposed to be everything for everybody. Whereas Marvel's like, no, this movie's going to be this. It's going to be a spy thriller. It's going to be a heist film. It's going to be a buddy cop, silly story through space and time. Like, they have themes for their movies. Star Wars has had, chapters. So that's, I think, one of the main reasons why the shows will be able to do Star Wars much better, because it will have time and can tackle themes and stuff and actually expand the universe little by little, instead of just a 2.5 hour try to get everything for everybody type of situation, which has proven that they can't really pull that off anymore. So they need a more nuanced approach. I mean, even Rogue One, which was kind of a heist film, still had a lot of issues. And even they tried to, this is a heist movie. It was alright, but, they still tried to have a whole lot of Star Wars-y elements for everyone to be involved in, so.
Amos, Grom, we keep running into fools who forget what side they're on. See, this is why we need a new Imperial Senate. Someone who can keep these idiots in check.
We have a war to win. Officers like Grom need direction, not a leash. Looking to the horizon is all very well, Saul, but remember to look at what's going on around you.
With that beradium at our disposal, we'll be at the forefront of the attack on the Nadiri dockyards.
We got caught off guard at the Xavian Abyss. That can't happen again.
In one move, Captain Carroll took us from a near shipwreck to a key military asset. She'll have a plan.
Let's see what's next.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Nope. Okay, to the briefing!
Our victory is nearly at hand.
Is it?
We have the location of the Nadiri dockyards, and the Overseer is almost back to full strength. Our only obstacle now is Vanguard Squadron. I won't let them catch us off guard. Not again. Admiral Sloane has a plan to draw Vanguard Squadron and other defenders away from the Nadiri dockyards. The Admiral has ordered Titan Squadron to
possibly Scarlet.
And she wants
to
take the lead.
Yep,
for this
I see you.
mission, at least. I trust Admiral Sloane's decision. You've proven yourself capable many times over. Just don't let it go to your head. It would be a pity if you turned out like Colonel Brown.
Perhaps you forget that I am Svetlana McLastname. I'll let everything go to my head. It's one of the character traits of the McLastname family.
Our beradium munitions give us the firepower to take on the Starhawk, but the situation isn't that simple. The Nadiri dockyards are protected by a massive rebel fleet. We cannot engage the Starhawk until it is vulnerable. Admiral Sloane's strategy is simple. Lure the Republic fleet away from Nadiri with simultaneous attacks on enemy targets across the galaxy. We've been assigned to attack Mon Cala. We don't have the numbers for a pitched battle, so you will have to strike fast. Your mission is to sow chaos through multiple attacks, moving quickly. These refueling pods are your first target. Next, attack civilian transports and any medical frigates supporting them.
Wow.
This will certainly
That's
draw out
super evil.
who are defending Mon Cala. Stay ahead of them if you can. Titan 3, you're ready for more responsibility. You will lead the assault. Make this fast and brutal. They've earned it.
Yes, by helping people with medical issues and freeing the galaxy from horrible rule from the Emperor. Yeah, they deserved it. Also, those few refueling pods looked like the canisters from the Rock with all the poison in them, with the rockets. Remember those?
And while Titan attacks Moncala, 2 battle groups will launch strikes at Onderon and Gorse, disrupting Republic supply lines. At ease, pilot.
Imperial's gonna Imperial.
Reports of your achievements have crossed my desk with
BX gas.
unusual frequency.
Those accolades have been well earned, Admiral. If Titan Squadron's a weapon, our newest pilot is its cutting edge. Just as I'd hoped.
Then consider Moncala a test, pilot. Great talent requires greater challenges.
Agreed, Admiral Sloane. And I look forward to filing my next commendation report.
No pressure or nothing.
I'm going to overlook your unapproved acquisition of Colonel Grom's Varadium supply. Although I hope you both learned something from that encounter. Colonel Grom is efficient. After all, he did successfully defend his depot without using any of his own resources. But an Imperial officer must also show finesse if they are to command effectively.
We understand, Admiral. Completely. That will be all.
Do we? This seems like a dog-eat-dog. Whoever's got the most power takes what he wants. Or she wants. You know what would also be cool to show up in Mando? Is if, when Thrawn becomes a thing, or somewhere in the Star Wars universe, that Admiral Dala also is kind of like his subordinate or something, because she played a massive part in the EU. And if she showed up, that would be pretty cool. Alright, speaking of Grey, who might turn traitor.
Seeing you rise to the occasion, taking lead on this mission, it reminds me why I keep fighting. Despite my age, despite the fatigue.
Despite my ascot.
We're one step closer to the Starhawk. Ride this confidence, but don't let arrogance get the best of you. We're all expendable, but not every pilot is replaceable. When we lose a good leader or loyalist, you can't fill the void with just anyone. Good pilots inspire those above and below them. When you're in charge of a squadron someday, remember that. For now, let's focus on the mission.
Thanks, Jon Snow. Meanwhile, Vader wannabe over here.
Anvil Squadron. Been a while. They shot me down once. Lost 2 vertebrae that time. Seen Anvil burn. Might ease some pain. Overseer's fixed. Good. Superstructure was groaning. Kept me awake.
Jeez, this guy, man.
Your metal stresses. Handy in combat. Other times, it's annoying. Been watching the mouse droids. They always seem scared. Wonder why. Time to go.
Yeah, if this guy wasn't a pilot, I think he'd be a serial killer. Zach, what's up?
For this mission, you're
Later, dude.
authorized to fly a TIE fighter, Reaper, or Interceptor. Your choice.
Oh, we're doing Interceptor. Dur. Let's go. Beep, beep. Thump. Thump.
target is the refueling pods in orbit. Remember, enemy starfighters are patrolling this system. Move quickly and cut down any interference.
Let's get started.
All right.
Lead on, 3.
Fuel is the lifeblood of war. No fuel means no ships or supply lines. Just a slow, lingering defeat. This will draw enemy attention. Let them come. Plenty of firepower to go around.
We're not here for a drawn-out battle, Monreg. Hit and split tactics, remember?
Hit it and quit it.
Fuel pod is destroyed. I'm on your wing.
Focus fire here.
Titan, Anvil Squadron has been alerted. Enemy reinforcements will be there any minute.
Yes.
Enemy starfighters approaching.
Imperial invaders, this is Anvil Squadron. Leave Moncala immediately or face the consequences.
Should have finished the job.
We're cutting our fuel supply.
Enemy locked on.
Hey, whoa!
Perfect.
They're on the offensive.
Scrapped. Rebel locked on.
Get wrecked, A-Wing.
Scuffed my hull. Picked up a tail.
This is Anvil Leader requesting immediate reinforcements to my location.
Nicely done, Titan. They will feel that loss keenly. Now got our laser cannons warmed up, ready for whatever's next.
Keep hunting.
Let's go ahead and finish these off real quick.
The New Republic needs that fuel.
Well,
All fuel pods gone. Thorough work on the Fire 3.
ha ha ha!
Our next target awaits.
To the nap point! Boost! What's up, Kev? Alright, part 1 done. Yes.
Titan 3. Those transports are our next target. Looks like Anvil Squadron is already here.
Anvil Squadron's pretty big.
These ships are under our protection. Leave now or be destroyed. There's a third way, Anvil. You won't like it.
Cut through those Anvil defenders and destroy the transport. be done. Those transports are fleeing towards Moncala's planetary defenses. They only delay the inevitable.
Keep it up. I see distraction. Some necessary evils weigh heavier than others. Second thoughts. An observation. Project Starhawk must be destroyed. But we shouldn't forget the price.
Enemy transport is destroyed.
You'll suffer for this, Titan. Worry me.
Transport is done for.
Alpha Squadron has called in reinforcements. Incoming now.
You've made an impression, Titan. Finish off those transports, or push forward to the next target.
It's your call, 3. Attacking civilians. How much lower can the Imperials sink?
This is so precious.
I mean, have you not seen Imperials, man?
Let's press on when you're ready.
Imperials don't give a fuck, man.
They're persistent. Careful, Force. Transport scuttled. These ships are no threat to you.
Attack there. Is that all you've got? All transports destroyed. 3's unstoppable today. Let's keep this going. Next objective is up.
Let's go.
There's more to do elsewhere.
Take that, civilians. That'll teach you to be civil? Yes? Maybe? I don't know.
Our next target is that medical frigate.
Yeah! Let's...
Medical frigate. Is it carrying?
Of course it is!
No. Back to Ed Stevens.
Ah! Boo! It should be carrying patients, so we're even more evil!
They blocked onto me. Taking heavy fire. They're failing me.
Those things are running away from us.
Take no chances, Titan. Return to the Overseer's hangar if you need emergency repairs. This is it, Titan. The Silver Coronet. The pride of Anvil Squadron. And a chance to strike an even greater blow. Titan 3, lead the assault. Demonstrate your capabilities.
All right, Bree. Lead on.
It might help to take out the Coronet's shield generators. Those gills on its hull.
Also might help if I just take out all these X-Wings real quick. Whoa.
We're making a mark. Silver Coronet is taking damage. Give it more.
The Silver Coronet's looking rather tarnished. Keep going. Sounds good to me. You're just making me angry. We're close. Bring the Silver Coronet down.
One last push.
I'd say you owe me one.
I mean, I'm taking out starfighters more than I'm taking out this ship right now. Jeez, whoa! Alright.
Careful, enemy's tailing.
Nice targeting.
I mean, at this point, everyone's getting targeted.
Have a tail.
Let me take out this freaking ship. Ugh, jeez. So much stuff going on, this is insane!
The Silver Coronet is done for.
Okay, thanks. You're right, I think it was like the major target, but
Full leader to any remaining forces. If you can hear me, fall back to Moncala. Repeat, fall back.
Objective is complete.
Music to my ears. Thanks for making it happen, 3.
Well done, Titan.
oof. You're right, the Silver Coronet was the main target. It just there were so many starfighters, I had a hard time targeting it. It just seemed like there was so much stuff going on. But we got it done anyways. Yikes! Okay, real quick, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Ashley, you're in charge. Don't start a revolution like Jay does every time I go to the bathroom. But you're in charge. Be back in a second. be watching. Don't start a revolution. Ah! Yeah. Too many wires. Too many wires. Okay, everyone, cool. 1 second. Let's see. Okay. Seems like everyone's still on the same team here, and a revolution hasn't started yet. Alright. And yes, when I'm playing and when I get really focused, and this happens when I read too, I get serious face. I mean, I actually noticed it, but yeah, I get focused, and I kind of get the little ridges, and it's like it's I gotta play the game. I gotta read all this stuff. I gotta read. I'm concentrating on reading. I'm making an imaginary world in my brain. I'm filling in all the gaps. I'm making images in my brain. It's serious work. I gotta think. Amanda makes fun of me a lot. She's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing's wrong. I'm just reading a thing." She's like, "Oh, okay, all right, whatever, dude." All right. Can you hear the people singing the song of angry men? When the something happens, and then the Imperials rise again.
You'll be commended for this, you know. The hero who led the scouring of Mon Cala. That's a sort of accolade that gets people's attention. Makes them listen to what you have to say. If I were in your position, I'd be thinking about what that newfound prestige could be used for when the war's over. Just a suggestion. Let's find out what Captain Carroll needs next.
Grand Admiral Svetlana McLast name. I don't know. That sounds pretty good. It's got a nice ring to it.
Our diversion was a success. Vanguard Squadron has left the Nadiri dockyards to aid Mon Cala, leaving the Starhawk completely exposed. We now have a clear shot to finish our mission. Admiral Sloane has sent reinforcements to help secure our victory. But you, Titan Squadron, will lead the strike against the Starhawk. If New Republic patrols and perimeter defenses intercept you on approach, show them no mercy. Before we begin our Baradium assault, you must bring down the dockyard's shields. We've discovered shield generators at these locations. Destroy them all, and the Overseer's bombardment will begin. After the shield generators are down, Titan 3 will return to the Overseer to acquire Baradium-enhanced munitions.
Yikes.
This is where we show our true strength. Immobilize the Starhawk with Baradium. Do not stop until its hyperdrive is destroyed. I want that ship helpless when I deliver the killing blow. Let's make Admiral Sloane proud.
Oh no. I'm still going here. Okay. Yeah, everything looks good on my end.